Inexpensive grinders and buffers for a knife shop. William Hovey Smith, 2017. I'm the author of Backyard Deer Hunting and also the owner of a new company, Hovey's Knives of China. And here we set up an inexpensive grinding and buffing line for a knife shop. This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman, and also the owner of a new company, Hovey's Knives of China. And today we're going to talk about grinders and buffers. In the knife making business, you can buy a very expensive buffer, and you need a couple of these usually, and these run about $1,500 a piece. Well, I can buy ordinary grinders from Harbor Freight for less than $70 a piece. Can I use it? More or less. Yeah. And so we have installed several in several different configurations on this table. And some of them worked and some of them didn't, for various reasons, and we'll get around to the details in a little bit. What we found out, that a grinder set in the middle of this table rattled to such an extent that it sounded like a jet plane was trying to take off in this room. No, you could not stand it. So what to do? Well, several things are significant. First off, have to balance out whatever you've got on either side of your grinder. If you've got large buffing wheels, yeah, they need to be of the same type or the same weight, at least, so that you cut down the vibration. Two, we found that we had to mount on the corners. Only here could we mount and actually keep the noise level down to something tolerable. And in addition, we used two different types of rubber. This harder rubber from a truck bed and this softer rubber underneath to further insulate it from the metal table. And so with this sound dampening, we were able to keep the noise level down. And you'll hear that in just a bit. Now, these grinders are not the best, and they do fail from time to time, and particularly in the switches. We've had two fail already, and these have been in use for only months. Well, with Harbor Freight, you can take it back and exchange it for a new one. Yeah, you can do that. My Harbor Freight places are like 50 miles away, and we're talking about $50 to do it. You can also pay a company to put you a new switch in an old one. And we did that with one of them, and it cost us $60. I could have bought a new grinder for $60. So we learned how to repair these ourselves, and you will see how we did that. Here we have one of our grinders. Now it has a Scotch-Brite wheel on one side and a large buffer on the other. Now when we turn it on, you can hear a little bit of vibration, but that is mild indeed compared to what it was when it was in the middle of the table. Yeah, if you're running this thing all day, yeah, you need to wear air protection. You can imagine that vibration sound amplified by about a factor of 10 is what we were dealing with. Moving to the opposite corner, you see another grinder and beside it a control box. Now that control box allows you to vary the speed of the grinder. I'll turn it on and then vary the speed so you can see what happens. So now it's running at high speed, and we turn it down, and you can hear the speed being actually decreased as I dial it up and down. Now this little control box is available from Harbor Freight for about $20, and it'll work on any alternating current grinder. This grinder here in more nearly the center of the table vibrated so much that we couldn't stand it. So what we're going to do is relocate it over to the corner where there are two braces that help support the table and cut down the amount of vibration, and also put it on our rubberized materials. This is one of our bench grinders where the switch failed. Now these products are made to sell at a price, and the switch mechanism is one thing that they have skimped on quality on these inexpensive ones, and they've just not lasted very well at all. Two of them had failed. And so what I've done is just remove the plate, and all it requires is a Phillips head screwdriver to remove two screws here, and also to take the bottom plate off so that you can get at the underside. And when you do, when you turn it up, you see the wiring here. And what we've done is just clip two wires, made them bare, use this connector, which you can buy with assorted parts at Walmart, put it in there, screw it together. Now I am going to put a little shoe goo, which is an adhesive that's rubberized on these ends, just for good measure. But now we're ready to give it the test. Now you don't have a switch, so how do you start it? Well, simple enough, you just plug the thing in. Yeah! Okay, we're going to do that. And guess what? It runs, folks. Yeah! And you saved yourself 50 bucks. As well as the time of taking it to the shop, going and getting it, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And so what I'll do is just put it back together, put the switch plate on it, and just put a piece of masking tape over the top of it so people don't try to operate it, and go ahead and use it. With the use of a very few simple tools and an occasional item purchased from your mass market retailer, plus a variable speed control from Harbor Freight, now which you may order. Not all of the stores actually have them, but you can get them ordered online. We have refurbished our grinder. So, yeah, works fine, and we're ready to go. Now we'll probably be able to get, who knows, maybe a couple of years use out of this. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time. Here is our logo, which is now a U.S. registered trademark. Some of our knives on a red background, more on pegboard, and one of our Billy Joe Rubidoux rib flippers, which we make from found steels. I am the author of Backyard Deer Hunting, as well as other outdoor books, all of which have chapters on knives. These include extreme muzzleloading, crossbow hunting, and practical bow fishing. I will have a follow-up video showing the details of buffing. For more information on Hovey's Knives of China, you can go to the blog below. For more information on my books, blogs, and more than 600 videos, you can go to my website, www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.